Halo Sobat Kompas, apa kabar? Senang sekali saya Ovi Natalia hadir menemani Anda dalam program Prime. Dan kali ini saya sedang berada di World Center HSBC Indonesia, berlokasi di Pondok Indah. Dan tentunya kali ini saya tidak akan sendiri, saya akan berbincang bersama dengan Presiden Direktur dari HSBC Indonesia. Halo Bapak François.
Hello, selamat sore.
Selamat sore, how are you today?
Very well, thank you.
Very well, it's good to see you here. And now we would like to talk about HSBC Indonesia. And this year, HSBC is celebrating 140 years anniversary in Indonesia. And I think it's not a short period of time, right? So clearly Indonesia is an important market for HSBC growth in Southeast Asia and also Asia Pacific. So could you share a little bit more about HSBC history in Indonesia and also how HSBC see the potential in Indonesia, its role to the growth of the Asian?
So you know, when we opened more than 140 years ago in Jalan Melaka, it was to finance the trade of sugar. And this is really one of the strengths of HSBC, is how we bring the world to Indonesia and Indonesia to the world. And since then we have grown, and we are now the leading international bank in Indonesia, and we are specifically strong in areas like wealth management, digital banking service and payment, and trade services. So really we have gone a long way from when we first opened. Now to the second part of your question. Indonesia is the largest economy in ASEAN.
Exactly.
It's a GDP of 1.4 trillion US dollar.
Wow.
Quite exciting when you think about it, growing at more than 5% per year. So Indonesia and ASEAN are key priority for HSBC as we see the huge potential that this region has to offer with its vast market and its abundant natural resources.
Oh wow, that's very admirable. Oh yeah, I'm a bit curious about HSBC Indonesia vision and this competitive edge, and also how HSBC International contribute toward that vision in Indonesia.
Our vision has three dimensions. The first one is connectivity, how we can connect Indonesia to the world and the world to Indonesia. As you know, last year we had a record level of FDI at 43 billion to Indonesia. And HSBC has a role to play to really help all of this FDI to come into Indonesia and to be invested in our country. The second one is digital. You know, the digital economy is growing every day, and we have a role to play to support and enable the digital economy. Not only with our solution that we are offering on the digital side, like Unitransact or mobile app, but also we have just set up in March last year the ASEAN Growth Fund for $1 billion. $1 billion to finance some growth startups who are growing in ASEAN and the region. The third dimension is sustainability. This is one of the biggest challenges that we are facing, and we have a role to play to help the transition to net zero. You know that Indonesia has committed to become net zero by 2060. And HSBC is a partner of a Just Energy Transition Partnership and is financing quite a lot of projects to make sure that the decarbonization is happening and the transition to net zero is increasingly accelerating.
Okay, Pak, you have shared extensively about how HSBC is supporting growth in a corporate customer to invest in Indonesia and expand internationally. And also, what is exactly meant about HSBC wealth management business? And now we are at HSBC Indonesia, the second wealth center located in Pondok Indah area Jakarta. And why HSBC is transforming some of its branches into wealth center.
So wealth management is one of the strengths of HSBC in Indonesia. And it is no surprise that we have been named the best bank in Indonesia for wealth management for 6 times in a row by the asset AAA.
Wow.
That's really, for me, a testimony of how strong we are in this area. But while there are a lot of things that you can do on your mobile phone, and now I think that all of us, we don't want to go to a branch. When was the last time you went to a branch? Yeah. For me, it was a long time ago, because I do all of my transaction on my mobile phone. Exactly. And we have a very good mobile app to do that. But when it comes to discussing your financial needs, your wealth, how you will invest your funds, we believe that it's better to do it face to face. And that's what our customers are telling us, that they want to have a place like this one where they can discuss with a relationship manager and discuss their needs, discuss their priorities, and at times also discuss things like international studies for their children and how we can help them opening account in other countries. And that's why now we are moving into wealth management centers.
Oh wow, that's very interesting. Oh yeah, Pak, any special events to celebrating 140 years of HSBC Indonesia?
This year is indeed a special year for us as we celebrate 140 years in Indonesia. So we have several events that we have arranged. The first one is the Indonesia Open.
Yep.
As you know, HSBC is one of the sponsors of the Badminton World Federation.
Wow.
And so it was a good opportunity to support all the Indonesian players during this event. But we do also the Indonesia HSBC Investment Summit, align the priority of the country. And we also do some events for customers, including an event with Plaza Indonesia that is well aligned with the preference of our customers.
I think from our conversation, it's clear that HSBC Indonesia commitment to innovation and customer support are what sets it apart. And as the only international bank offering a universal banking solution and for both corporate and retail clients, right? And I hope HSBC Indonesia continues to lead the industry in meeting diverse financial needs. And thank you so much for your time and thank you for sharing with us today.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Sahabat Kompas, terima kasih sudah menyimak perbincangan saya bersama dengan Bapak François de Marico selaku Presiden Direktur dari HSBC Indonesia. Semoga perbincangan kali ini dapat memberikan manfaat untuk seluruh sahabat Kompas di rumah, terutama dalam bidang finansial. Akhir kata, saya pamit undur diri. Sampai jumpa.